I think I know what happened. All the employees came out and they started using their phones, and I lost service. So I've moved, and hopefully I can gain a bit more traction on this part 2. And hopefully I'm not annoying everybody, but maybe some other people haven't been on to see. So thanks, guys. Appreciate the hearts. Come in, like, live, share, tell your friends. Let's expose what's happening in this industry together. My stream gave out, as you could tell, a little bit earlier. And so I'm doing a part 2, just to expose this place a little bit more. I still have my friends doing their live streams. So if you don't know Jenny McQueen, please follow her. Check her out. She's an incredible activist, 35 years vegan, 35 years activist. So that should say something, that we can live healthy, be fine, and not worry about the diet, but just like look at our ethics, right? Helicopter here flying around. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. Circling around. What a strange spot to be circling around. Well, I'm not surprised, because this industry wants to hide what's taking place. They don't want you, the public, to know what's going on. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Had an earlier live stream, had over 1,000 people at one point watching, which is incredible. So that just goes to show the power of this tool, this little box that we have here, and how we can express ourselves and also get the word out about places like this disgusting hellhole that smells, that stinks, that people know is wrong. You can tell by the people scrambling. You can tell by their reactions. It's like when you catch a kid and they're doing something wrong, the expression's all over their face, and it's the same here. This is no different. Absolutely no different. Exactly, Mel and Steve. Thank you guys. You guys are inspirations of mine. Thank you for helping me get started and realizing that this camera is so much of a tool. So many people to thank, but especially Mel and Steve. You're really helping people gain that sense of urgency, as well as also knowing that we can do it. We can do this together as a community. Much love, guys. You guys are amazing. You give me great ideas, great tips on what to do, and I appreciate it. Yeah, well, we used to like eating meat, if you want to call them that too. They're actually individuals, Emery. If you go take a look at the movie called Dominion on YouTube, maybe you'll feel a little bit differently. Also, there's the link in my description. It's a 3-minute movie challenge. Take it, see what you think. Go watch it, come back, and let's see how you really feel. Guys, thank you so much for being on the stream earlier. Wow, what a success. So many people reached, so many people watched the stream, so many people jumped on. I went on a tangent for like forever, because to me, it's like I got to show what's happening here. I worked in it, I saw it. I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I've seen it firsthand, and me being out here is nothing at all compared to what they're going through. Seeing mother cows, seeing pigs and chickens and lambs and turkeys, seeing what they go through, absolutely abhorrent. And we need to showcase what's happening. We need the public to wake up. And so that's why I'm here. I'm actually retired. I don't have to be out here, but I'm out here because I cannot sleep at night. I suffer flashbacks daily, all the time, because I've seen what takes place here. And I can't not, in good conscience, just be out here all the time and tell the world what's happening. Yes, animals do have feelings. I mean, if you have your dogs nuzzle up to you, or your cat, it's no different than a cow, pig, chicken. Almost all, they have their own individual personalities. Some like to be pets, some don't. It's no different from any companion animal. I encourage you to visit a sanctuary, go visit one, see one, visit one, be with the animals, let them know who you are. Wake them up from what? We'll wake people up from exploiting animals, realizing that they don't have to do this. Like I can almost empathize with some people sometimes, that they don't know what's really taking place. Whoa. Did love with Right. Let's be respectful in the comments, guys. Let's not do that, okay? So guys, I'm at St. Helens Slaughterhouse in Toronto, Canada, showing this disturbing hellhole. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, well, you should hug a cow. Cows are amazing. I played soccer with a cow. So again, I'm at St. Helens Slaughterhouse. Please hit the like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Help me boost this. Let's get this to a bigger audience. Hell on earth, St. Helens. They kill 500 cows a day. Innocent cows, mother cows. Some are 2 years old, 3 years old, 4 years old. Some are giving birth on the truck. Some are being slaughtered while giving birth or having babies inside of them. They're put in vats, metal vats. And then their bodies are used for things like cosmetics. Babies, placentas, they're in their placenta, literally. And so does this have to happen? No. Do we have to consume cows' breast milk? No, we're not cows. That formula is specialized for calves. We aren't cows, we're human beings. We wean off at a young age. We don't need to continue this. If you look at prostate cancer, breast cancer, tuberculosis, I mean, the list goes on. Lactose intolerance, hormones, antibiotics. I mean, why would you consume something with all of that? Let alone, more importantly, put a mother cow in this place to get shot in the head. Why would you do that to an innocent being? You don't have to. You don't have to. Some weird comments there. It's a lot of projection, right? There's a lot of people projecting because, you know, what else can they do? It's either you have to decide to accept responsibility for your actions or you just become like a little whiny troll. Well, yeah, I'm actually not working, Mark. I'm retired. Does that make you upset? You're eating a mother cow. Congratulations. Well, you're probably eating more than one animal while you're eating that patty, Mark. Or sorry, whoever said that. Nobody. So nobody. You know, there's probably like 100 cows in that. So they're all have been covered in feces. That's why they tell you to cook them, because you're eating little shit. So it doesn't appeal to me, bro. Go work in a slaughterhouse. Go see what happens and see if you feel the same. Yeah, well, I'm not really enjoying my life while this is taking place. It's disgusting if you think it's okay to eat animals. I mean, what do you think you're getting out of it? And also your projection here. It's a little simp behavior, right? It's a little coping. If you ask me. Yeah, well, it is. It's a hard job, but it's mentally and physically draining. PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, all these things increase. Violent crime rates around these communities. Yeah, Mark, you're hiding behind a bot account. I'm here. I'm available. Why don't you come here, Mark? I'll show you what takes place in these places. I'll bring you around to some farms, and then I'll invite you for a meal. How's that, Mark? Called me a clown. Sure, buddy. Whatever you want to call me, I don't care. I've been called worse. I'll be here as long as I can until my phone dies. Actually, I'm here all day as long as I can be. My stream died a little bit earlier, so no. F around and find out. Like, if you work if you like do the research, you know, I know that's difficult for you, right? Laughing at your own jokes, because that's people laughing at their own jokes. No, if you actually do the research, you'll find there's lots of evidence to show that workers suffer from something called PITS, perpetrator-induced trauma. And PTSD, they turn to drugs and alcohol. They cut off their limbs. They suffer with pathogens, contracting them. It's not a nice job to work in. It's no child's dream to work in a slaughterhouse, bro. So maybe you should do some research and look into, there's a video called What Killing Animals Does to Your Brain. I'd imagine, and it's on YouTube, I'd imagine maybe that's why you're so triggered, because you probably took the lives of many. and you're just trying to cope here, and the cope's spewing out here. It's like vomit everywhere. Well, it isn't really work, I would say, pipe layer. It isn't work. It's trauma. It's trauma inducing. Like, even if you're saying that, oh, like, we need to have jobs, you know, why would you want to increase violent crime rates in communities surrounding slaughterhouses? How fair is that to the community around here that people are going to do violent crime in their neighborhood just because they're stabbing innocent cows in the throat all day long? I don't think that's fair. I don't think that job should exist because it's not necessary. If we had some necessity to do these things, then maybe we're having a different conversation, but it's not, right? So we can change, we can evolve, we can move away from this. Well, I mean, it's funny because the people that are coping are the ones sitting behind a box and they're not doing anything about it. And they're jumping onto a live stream where I'm showcasing the truth, just the reality of what's behind me. There's going to be a slaughterhouse truck that comes up here soon, and I'm going to show that, and people can take with it what they will. But if you can imagine your dog's in there, I mean, we're having a different conversation, aren't we? Big dude. That's like what my drunk uncle says all the time, and he says it like 40 times in a night. So it's kind of like a weird comment. Maybe that's a bit of projection yourself. Ethan, how am I coping? I'm just showing the truth. Vegan inconsistency. I don't know how long I'll allow you to be here. We'll see. Maybe I'll be nice. Well, does taste, okay, Russell, does taste equate life? And if it does, then would you say that it's okay to slaughter humans? Probably not, right? So what's the difference between humans and non-humans that justifies what you do? I've yet to hear an argument, and I've been vegan for 11 years, and I've worked in slaughterhouses, and I've been on more farms than 99% of people, so why don't you go do the same? Here we go, guys. Death truck. Sickening, disgusting, full of feces, twisted that this shit even happens. Unbelievable, man. Fucking reeks. Shame. Shameful behavior. Disgusting. Fucking ridiculous. People just stand around and think it's okay. And all these fucking copers in the chat. Oh, you can't do that. Don't show what's happening. Shut the fuck up. We'll expose these places, and you guys are on the wrong side of history. Absolutely on the wrong side of history. This is in Canada. This is in Toronto, Ontario, at St. Helens. Hellish place. And look at the truck driver. He's trying to go away. He's gonna hit that car. No, he didn't hit the car. But they try to hide these places, hide these trucks. Tried to hide what's going on with the animals. Absolutely disgusting. And so we're bearing witness here today, showing how awful it is. Shameful, disgusting, vile industry. Stinks, absolutely disgusting. The smell is awful. Shame on this disgusting industry. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And this is where all the triggered people come in, right? Say things like beef and they cope, right? Because they're cowards, right? They take their own copage out on innocent animals. How pathetic is that? Very pathetic, right? Copers, wannabes, simps, all the above. You want to talk about mining? What about the animals right in front of you? So appealing to futility, right? That's what you're doing. John, you seem pretty triggered. Why? Have you taken the lives of cows before? Innocent cows? Because you can't figure it out, you can't be kind. Who's the one coping? You're the one here. If this wasn't a problem, then why are you here? Why are you crying? Huh? Aw, bully. You're calling me a bully when these guys are gonna be shot in the face in a minute. Who's the bully? When you have a plethora of different choices and you choose violence. You choose violence. Ethan, you've been here for a while. It seems like you're pretty triggered too. Have you taken lives? Or are you just coping as well? I have so much copage in this stream, Jenny. There's so much copage in this stream. There's a lot of people who are triggered by even just the fact of showing what's happening here. A lot of people saying steak or meats and stuff like that. I think it's just very like projection. I think people are just triggered because maybe they've worked in the industry, or maybe they think they have to eat animals, so they're trying to fight back. But all we really are doing is showing a mirror to this industry.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly. Trying to show, what the animals go through.
Yeah, exactly.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah, 100%. So guys, please share, please like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's end this industry. Let's all get on live streams and show these disgusting trucks that stink, that cause pandemics, that ruin the lives of people, and most importantly, destroy the lives of innocent cows who are just allowed to live a fraction of what they would in real life. 5 years. They could probably live up to 25 years. They get their babies stolen from them. Their babies get put in confinement. They get put in confinement. They live in their feces. Absolutely disgusting industry. Sickening. Smells disgusting. There's seagulls waiting for body parts to come so they can go spread avian influenza. Cows even have avian influenza. What the hell is wrong with people? What the hell is wrong with this world when we're doing this? So once again, I'm outside St. Helens slaughterhouse. Disgusting facility. That is a death truck right beside me. It's disgusting. There's feces all over it. You want to eat feces, Jim? That sounds like your cup of tea, eating feces. Jimmy likes to eat feces. Kind of weird, but that's a bit of a cope. Yeah, well, some people are subscribing, Jimmy, and why are you even here? So you can cope? Disgusting, vile industry. Sorry, yep, saw that. I hit the button there. Thanks, Mel and Steve. You guys are helping me out of here. Yeah, it absolutely reeks here. Seems like a bit of pandemonium that's going on. I'm at the death house here in Toronto where they take the lives of innocent cows. Can you believe that? 2025, they're taking the lives of these innocent cows. Did nothing to them. They stole their babies and they stole their milk, just for their milk. Can you imagine that? Yeah, that's the thing. 2025. It's funny, dairy's been on the decline for how many years? And people still want lactose intolerance. They still want colorectal cancer. They still want antibiotic resistance. And they still want to be violent towards others. Pretty crazy, right? How crazy is that? Being violent towards innocent cows. And there's all these copers in here like Ethan. Ethan is a coper, right? He's here saying that we should be violent towards others. Like, you can't make this shit up, honestly. Being violent towards others. Ethan, why don't you go online, make up a video, show your face, and say, hey, I enjoy being violent to others. Let's see how far that gets you. Yes, exactly, Mel and Steve. You aren't a cow. The thing is, you aren't a cow. Like, you aren't. I mean, I hate to break it to you. And if you're that bent out of shape, guys, I have a fund, this magical fund that will fund me money to provide you guys a pacifier. I'll even get you a blankie. If you still think you're a baby cow, if you still think you need to drink breast milk, I will get you a pacifier. How's that, guys? I'll go out of my way and do that, just so you guys can pretend that you're baby cows. How's that? Sound good? Blankie for the truck. Exactly. Ethan, I will buy you a sucky. You can suck on that all night, brother. I'll get you one. Don't worry. I got you, bro. I got you. Ethan and his sucky. We got it. Ethan, come on live. I'll get you on a live and I'll give you the sucky. How's that? Guys, once again, vegan inconsistency, don't mess with me. I'll toss you. Once again, guys, I'm at St. Helens death house where they kill 500 cows a day. 2 to 5 years old. That's how many years they'll be in existence after having 2 or 3 babies stolen from them. The males will get shot in the head usually right away, or they'll be chopped up for people to eat babies because people like Ethan like eating babies apparently. And the females will get artificially inseminated at 18 months. A man will stick their entire arm in the anus of a cow just so he can impregnate them. I think there might be more nefarious activities happening on that part. I wonder what you would call that naturally if you did that to any other animal for any other reason. This is just for pleasure, right? Yeah, exactly. Changing the world for the animals. We can all do it, right? We have this amazing device here, guys. You don't have to be as loud as me. You don't have to be as vocal as some other activists. You can literally just turn that around and film at your local slaughterhouse, because they're everywhere, and just expose the place. That's all we're asking. Project Livestream. Join Mel and Steve. Get connected with them or myself, and I'll connect you, and we'll get out to these slaughterhouses and expose them so people like Ethan can stop exploiting other animals and being violent towards others, because that's pretty pathetic behavior, coping behavior. I think Ethan probably has probably suffered himself, so he's probably taking it out on innocent animals. All the vegetables. So wait, whoa, Brad, or Bachelor Brad. Come on, Bachelor Brad, let's do a bit of math here. Bachelor Brad, let's do a bit of math here. You're talking about plants. Are you comparing a carrot to a cow? Bachelor Brad, come on, dude. Do I have to explain this to you? How old are you? How old are you, Bachelor Brad? Come on. You're old enough to be a bachelor, so I don't think I should need to have to explain to people that plants aren't sentient. It's kind of a weird thing. Oh, Brad, are you serious? Well, at least that's original, DP. Here exposing this hellhole. What a smell. I wish there was a way to get you people to smell what's happening here. Imagine it was dogs. Imagine it was dogs, guys. Imagine there were cats in there. What's the difference, guys? Innocent cows, oh, they're large. They're big cows. Holy shit. So they come here and they try to get in as quick as possible. They don't want others seeing the animals inside the truck. Why do you think that is? Do you think it'll affect the bottom line if they show the truth? Do you think it'll affect them and their money? Yeah. It'll affect their bottom line, right? They don't want people seeing the truth. Most people probably are kind and have a heart. Shame. This is disgusting. Look at all the feces and the urine. Look at that. Look at that. Shameful. Look how fast he's going, right? Look how fast he's going, because he doesn't want people seeing the truth. Right? Has to drive so fast. You can see this disgusting industry. Just pure copage right there. He doesn't want people to see the truth. So he drove as fast as he could, right? And that's what this industry does. They want to hide the truth. Oh yeah. So right now we have some attention. He's giving us a thumbs up. Should I go up and see what's up? Oh, you don't believe in freedom of speech then? You believe, Jeffrey, you don't believe in freedom of speech? He took a card. So he took a card, right? So he's not arresting. He should be arresting the guys over here. Now, if we're going to arrest somebody, let's arrest the slaughterhouse and this place. See that, guys? Even the cop knows. Even the cop knows he took a card. We don't need to be cruel to these innocent animals. We don't need to do this. This is just money-making stuff, right? These are generational wealth farmers. They control the laws, the lobbies. They control everything. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I'm moving. This guy's always triggered with me. So they control the lobbies, they control the generational wealth, they make the laws the way they want, they get the subsidies. And for what? So they can pretend that that didn't come from violence. Kind of wild, they're all still looking for jobs, right? Because it's a high employee turnover rate. Yeah, they are heroes, aren't they? These guys are always out there. They're exceptional. Look at this disgusting display, making people believe that this is normal or that it's somehow good for you. People talking about the animals they eat, but they won't describe them as animals. They'll describe maybe body parts. They'll describe them as who they once were. This guy always gives me trouble too. He's always on my case. But he's just projecting. Just like some of the guys here in the chat. It's fine. The world is changing. Education happening. Jeffrey's just triggered. I'm gonna guess either Jeffrey drives truck or he kills animals himself. So that's a lot of cope, Jeffrey. How many animals have you killed personally? Do you enjoy it? Does it satisfy you? Do you get some thrill out of it? It's pretty sad. You know, this place is right by a neighborhood. Literally right down the street. And there's seagulls that grab body parts and they bring them down. Like there's literally a park behind this place too. A children's park. You imagine all the guts and everything that goes into the sewer system here. And there's a water fountain nearby. Can you imagine that? A water fountain nearby. You gonna drink that? Are you gonna drink that water, Jeffrey? Anyways, I think I'm too focused on Jeffrey. How are vegans cowardly? We're literally out here in the streets. Nobody, where are you? Come join us. Come say it to our faces. We're kind people. We'll have a conversation with you. You're just projecting on here. Come, I'll even take you out for a meal, nobody. We'll go out, we'll have some food, and we'll have a discussion. How's that? What do you think? So once again, we're at Fearman's Death House here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm just trying to walk by this guy. He's always triggered. Got some security around me. They're always triggered. Because they know what they're doing is wrong. They know exactly what they're doing is wrong. So sometimes this is open. And if you were able to look like deep inside, you'd be able to see right to the kill floor. But it's hard to see. Can't really do anything. I want to thank everybody for being on this live stream, and I would appreciate any likes, any subscriptions, share, follow the other activists, hit the notification bell, tell all your friends. I watched this guy named Steve Dangle. He's a hockey guy, and he started YouTube back in, I think 2014 or 2007, something like that. I don't know if it was that year or that year, but he didn't gain a lot of traction until he started saying things like, and he didn't want to do it. It felt weird to him, and it kind of does feel weird, but he said that it really elevated his stream is to say, please subscribe, share, like, hit the notification bell, tell all your friends. Those things really help. So I think everybody doing the live streams and stuff like that, you got to promote yourself. Unfortunately, it's just the way it goes. These people are triggered, man. Holy crap. All for showing a mirror to what's going on in this hellhole. Imagine being that triggered. I can't imagine. If what you're doing is okay, like if I was outside of a strawberry slaughterhouse, would you guys be coping the way you are? Probably not, right? We got some alt stickers here. We've been around these parts for a while. Actually, I'm going to tell you a little story as well. One second, I'm just getting flipped over here. So because of my background, and if you don't know, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I used to work for the Canadian government. And there's actually a parking spot like right up there where I would have parked back in the day. And so the Cal Vigils that we run here with the SAVE movement, if you don't know, they run what we call vigils. Every so often we go and we bear witness like we are right now. And so the head of the Cow Save Vigil here wanted me to meet the owner. Hey Matthew, great stream yesterday, good job. Go subscribe to Matthew, please give the love. Hit the notification bell on Matthew's streams as well, so you're notified right away. Select all and subscribe and share Matthew's stuff. So I met the owner, and the first thing the owner said to me was, my dad died when I was 19. It's a very odd thing to say when you first meet someone. My dad died when he was 19. And so I think the reason he said that is because quite often as an inspector, when I would walk into these places, you were rolled out the red carpet. You were treated with you had authority, so you were treated with all this respect or whatever. And so it was pretty wild. I'd be offered things like, I was offered to go to nightclubs, dinners. I was offered food all the time, even inside the facilities, like coffee and stuff, or gift cards, so many things. And it was just, I think it was just like out of that, he saw that I used to be an inspector, so he kind of felt like he needed to share that with me. Guy's in rough shape, guy's, really, it looks like he's suffering. We've asked him to reconsider. We said we can help him change this facility, maybe into a workout warehouse or something like that. But I thought about giving him a letter, like an old school letter with old school typing, and say, listen, we can change this together. He would end up being a hero, Same with you farmers. There's a lot of farmers probably lurking here, probably freaking out. Oh, you're affecting my business, blah, blah, blah. No, you can change. You can very easily change. We've had many, many farmers change. Oh my God, the smell. So the guts and whatever truck is there. Oh my God. So bad, the smell. So that'll go to the rendering facility. But they generally park on the side of the building, so you'll see seagulls and other animals, creatures go inside of that. And guess what that causes? What the fuck? I worked in I'm getting off track, but I worked in a pandemic response in 2013, 14. I was a quartermaster. My job was to give out safety equipment to inspectors going on to these places. John, if you don't care, you can leave. So the stories I was told about how these birds were literally dying in front of in front of these inspectors. All the inspectors were scared shitless they were going to contract avian influenza. And the biggest thing that they saw was all the other animals inside. There was literally rats and mice all over the place, and some of them were eating these corpses. Now, I wonder why, and I wonder how pandemics spread. Well, think about it. They're literally eating avian influenza infected animals. What the fuck are we playing with here? And birds would be in there too, pecking at other birds and flying to other farms and doing the same thing, and absolutely disgusting. No, the rats were inside the barns of the avian influenza infected birds. Well, they call them barns, right? I call them sheds, actually. Sheds is more appropriate because barns somehow signify that it's a nice place. Well, it's not. If you've ever been into one of these barns or sheds, the smell, the ammonia, the amount of dead animals in there, these places are disgusting. Jose, I've been in slaughterhouses, have you? I don't really, when you say you're eating a juicy steak, that doesn't really mean anything. Just means that you're a bit of a coward, to be honest. Yes, vegan for the animals. Guys, if you haven't already, go subscribe to Mel and Steve. Also, if you want to join us on our project live stream, we are showcasing what happens in front of these disgusting hellholes. We just want to put a mirror to them, show the public what's actually taking place, show them the animals that I just showed you, and share with the world. I think most people will, yes, nobody, we've already heard that, will change. I think most people will have a heart. Maybe they'll see that dogs are no different from cows and pigs, or pigs are no different from them. KFC does, you know, John, if you knew what I knew about KFC, just go type in KFC recalls for E. coli. I think there was another disease, I can't remember the name of it, when I was an inspector. So many recalls with KFC. Also the fact that, you know, they live in their feces and they're genetically engineered. So they're like absolutely warped individuals. They grow so fast they can't even carry their own body weight. Equivalent to a 250-pound baby. That's how, at that age, so 42 days they get sent to slaughter. So you're saying that babies are delicious, that have lived in their feces and their piss. You're eating that corpse that likely, oh yeah, the big thing with KFC, dermatitis, that was it. Dermatitis all over them. And so when you crunch into that skin and it's a little bit more chewy, you're eating literal dermatitis. Disgusting. And so also, if you were able to look under their skin with a microscope, you'd be able to see the pathogens, or sorry, the parasites. Yeah, there's literally parasites inside that and bacon and all these other animal products. Yummy. Good for you. Good for you, eating parasites. Congratulations. Notification. Is this what you do? No, it's not yum yum. Anyways, guys, if you have any questions for me, I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency for 15 years in a variety of different roles, from imports to exports to live animal transportation. I worked in animal health. I really haven't shared too much of that story. My story is actually going to be on a few documentaries coming up, one from Australia and one from the States. I was interviewed, and I share a little bit of what happened in my experience. It's disgusting what happens here in Canada and globally. I've been to the States, I've been to the UK, and I've been into other countries that aren't westernized, so to say, to see exactly what takes place. It is slavery, it is murder. It's absolutely disgusting. I mean, we can literally live without doing this to animals, and there's people in this chat actually defending violence and murder and torture and confinement. Like, what's wrong with you guys? What happened to you? What happened to you along the way? Guys, watch Dominion on YouTube. It's called Dominion the Movie. Watch Dairy is Scary. Go to Egg Truth if you can't go to a website. Go to eggtruth.ca, go to dairytruth.ca. There's a 3-minute movie description in my description. Sorry, watch that. Go watch it. It's 3 minutes. 3 minutes, come back. Vegan inconsistency has taken the lives of animals, so he's warped. He's not all well in the head. He should seek therapy. Often workers that do take lives, they end up suffering PTSD or PITS, perpetrator-induced trauma. They move from maybe being an empathetic person to apathy and to psychopathy. It's very common. You can go see the literature on that. There's a video called What Killing Animals Does to Your Brain on YouTube. You can understand what's happening there. Well, report this guy. Why Thrifty Sparks? Why are you trying to report me? What am I saying that's not within my legal rights to speak? Do you believe in suppressing speech? Are you from the States? Are you from Canada? Do you follow the Constitution or the Charter of Rights and Freedoms? Do you not want to have a First Amendment? Do you not want freedom of speech? I mean, I'm just telling what I experienced as a federal inspector working for the Canadian government. Oh, I guess Jeffrey's up to Jeffrey things. I don't wear leather shoes. I'm wearing running shoes. I make sure So the thing is, if you don't know what veganism is, Chappie, this is like 10 years ago. People would say this comment 10 years ago until it was debunked, but maybe you're 10 years behind. They have replacements for mother cow skin, right? They have replacements. I don't know how you don't know that. That's kind of weird. Yeah, Scorpion. If you enjoy colorectal cancer, if you would give cigarettes to children, that's the same thing as eating bacon, giving cigarettes to children. Well, Daniel, that's funny that you say that, right? You're worried about children and slavery and gang murders, and you're calling me a snowflake. I'm going to call you a meat flake, Daniel. If you're worried about children, then why aren't you worried about children trafficked to work in slaughterhouses? So wait a second, Daniel, you're okay with children being trafficked to work in slaughterhouses, but not in other communities. So those marginalized people don't matter, but the ones you're talking about do, right? That makes a lot of sense, Daniel. Also, migrants are trafficked as well to work in these places because it's a job you would never do. So again, Daniel, why do you care about some people and not others? Why do you support a system that puts workers into this place suffering PTSD, drug addiction, alcoholism, turning to violent crimes, and so on and so forth, increasing violent crime rates in these communities? Like, Daniel, you just don't make sense. If you care about some humans, it's obvious that you don't care about animals. I don't know what the hell they ever did to you for you to hate them. Why would you hate animals, Guy? Why would you hate animals? Come on. Animals are innocent. So guys, I'm at St. Helens Death House where they murder cows, like literal cows. They murder cows right inside that place. Can you imagine? They take their lives. They take their babies from them, steal their milk. Get this, guys. No, like, I'm being serious. This actually happens in 2025. They put mother cows in this facility. They chop their heads off after they shoot them in the face, sometimes multiple times. They shoot them in the face multiple times. They steal their babies before that, and then they send them here and kill them at like 2 to 5 years old just because they can't produce any more for them. Commodified victims. Can you imagine that? That happens in 2025 because people like Daniel think that they're baby cows. They think that they need to drink cow. Get this. Daniel thinks he needs to drink cow milk. He wasn't born a cow. He has no features of a cow. Maybe he can see, smell, feel pain, and all the things that matters. But he definitely wasn't born a cow to suck on udders, right? And he's a grown adult. So, Daniel, what I propose, and I've been proposing to people like Ethan, is that I will provide you a sucky, a pacifier, a shoo-shoo, whatever you call them. I will provide you a bottle. It will be plant-based milk. I'll also get you a blankie. I'll provide you a blankie, and maybe I can provide someone to cuddle you so you don't think you're a baby anymore. How's that? I drink oat milk, Jesus. Soy milk is probably the most nutrient dense, probably the best thing for you. There's always this little battle between vegans regarding which milk to drink. I would say oat is for more taste pleasure, and soy is probably the best thing you could have. There's some great comments in here. Keep it going, guys. If you could do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Also, follow the other vegans in the chat. They're doing the same thing I'm doing. Mel and Steve love soy. It is the best thing for you. I just got to adapt to it. I got to just, people who consume more soy live longer. There's no question about that. But, some people want to battle that and think that's an issue. I'm out here for the animals. There's mother cows here getting shot in the face. Can you believe that? I'm an ex-slaughterhouse inspector. I worked for the Canadian Food Inspection Agency 15 years. I thought I had to eat animals, okay? I used to love eating animals. I used to love the meat products and stuff like that. I thought it was cool. I thought it was good. I thought I was getting like protein and shit. And then I learned one day I don't have to be a part of this system. I learned one day I do not have to be a part of that disgusting thing. And so I stopped. I actually didn't even know what veganism was. I had no idea what it was. But I changed. I learned that I could live without like doing that to animals, and plus working in it, I had first-hand experience to see what takes place. And it's absolutely abhorrent. I can't even describe to you the smell of this truck here. That's where the skins go. The mother cow's skins after they were shot in the face at this place. Human beings shot them in the head, and then some were jabbing them with a knife over and over. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that in the 2025, people are stabbing animals in the face? Like in this place right here, guys. I can't say it enough. I mean, isn't that abhorrent? In this truck here, where do I go? In this truck here, Frank, whoa. Are you saying they don't stab? Are you saying they don't stab cows in the throat? They just magically die? Come on, Frank. Come on, get with it. Watch Dominion, the movie on YouTube. Let's go. It's not a nail gun, bro. Oh my gosh. Well, maybe it is. Maybe in your area it is. That's fucking also just as nasty as a captive bolt gun. That truck there, this one here, I would pay somebody $1 billion to go sleep in it for a night. That is full of all the cancer, the body parts that they chopped out of the poor cows, and that's gonna go to your dog food. That's gonna go get heat treated and whatnot, and you wonder why dogs and cats and all them suffer so much? Bro, would I do it? No. Why would I do that? That's disgusting. I'm here. It's disgusting enough. But that's your dog food. And people are like, "Oh, dogs shouldn't be on a plant-based diet." You're feeding your dog that shit right there. Come on, people. Wonder why pandemic started. You started becoming vegan about a week ago. Yes. Music Man. I'm here for you. Please DM me on Instagram. Reach out to Mel and Steve, but also if you want, challenge22.com. They have free support. Dietitians. Can you imagine having free dietitian support? You won't get that anywhere. And they're going to walk you through the steps. It's very easy. It's just you found your why. The how is easy. It'll be much easier when you have some support. Keep following vegan activists too. Community is very important when it comes to this stuff because there's a lot of weirdos in here who think it's okay to abuse animals. And yes, guys, if you have any specific questions about what's happening here at this death house, it stinks, it smells, I'm gonna have to have a shower. I don't know how I can shower the inside of my body because it's literally permeated into my body. How disgusting this vile place is. They kill mother cows here. Mother cows. You know, sometimes they're pregnant. They give birth on the slaughterhouse trucks. I've seen it firsthand. You know, one of the most graphic things I saw, maybe if you're vegan or if you want to step up for a second, one of the most graphic things I saw, and it sits with me and I flash back all the time, is a mother cow gave birth on a slaughterhouse truck. And it was a picture that I saw when I worked in the investigation unit. And I couldn't figure out what the problem was because I just looked at the pictures. And so I saw what appeared to be the shape of a cow, but they were covered in feces. You couldn't even make out what they were, but it was a calf. And then as I looked further down the picture, it was a mother's skull that was trampled upon by all the other cows inside that death truck because she gave birth and they were both trampled upon. How disgusting is that for someone like Ethan or that Daniel guy, whatever, to drink mother's milk so they can have them go through that? Like, absolutely horrific, disgusting. It sits with me. Guys, go watch Dominion the movie. You can see exactly what takes place in this industry. Guy says I'm complaining. Guy is very clearly, obviously okay with having animals suffocate, having animals be tortured, having them be confined, and all these things. Why are you even here, Daniel? Why are you even here? Eggs, yeah, so I would encourage you, Music Man, to look up eggtruth.ca. Eggs aren't good for you, man. Honestly, there's better sources. Tofu's much better. I mean, you can get, there's even Just Egg. There's products like that out there that are much healthier. But just remember that hens, okay, hens are genetically engineered. Back in the day, the guinea fowl produced maybe 12 to 15 eggs, much like a menstrual cycle. And so their bodily autonomy has been affected by humans who have genetically engineered them to produce 300 eggs a year. I heard last they want to make it up to 500. You know what happens with the males? Day one, they're cracked. They look at the sex. The males get sent into a giant macerator or a gas chamber, or they're suffocated in a garbage bag. It's an absolutely disgusting industry. Hens, I would argue, suffer almost as much or maybe more than cows. So they're both suffering. Even pigs suffer as well. I don't want to take away from any of their suffering, but as Jade said, they aren't a resource for us. The idea is not to view animals for us. It's not to view them as commodities or exploit them. That's it. Don't view them as commodities, as entertainment, as food, as testing on them, as anything like that. Just let them be, let them live their own lives. We don't have to eat them. We don't have to use them for any reason whatsoever. No, Josie, you're wrong. You think like that's bro science. You sound like one of those bro guys, you know, like maybe a bro Jogan type. Like, no, you don't need animals in order to live or survive. 11 years, bro. Wouldn't I be dead? Wouldn't I be dead after 2 months? Come on. Jenny McQueen over here, 35 years. Is she dead? Is her husband, Peter, 35 years vegan? Dead? Is the person who owns the ice cream shop just down the road who's been born vegan dead? No, shut up, bro. Wake up. Stop being an animal abuser, torturer. So guys, I'm at St. Helens slaughterhouse, murder factory that causes PTSD, drug, alcohol addiction, increases violent crime rates, destroys our environment. I mean, all those things. But aside from that, you're not gonna believe this. They shoot mother cows in the face. They cut them out, they slash open their throat just so humans can steal their babies. Get this, they steal their babies so they can eat their milk. They're not even cows. Like, humans aren't cows, right? They're doing this to innocent, sentient beings. They're stabbing them in the throat. They're stealing their babies. They're pretending they're cows. Can you imagine? Grant, womp womp. That's not a response. You should be like, wow, that's disgusting. How can I make that stop? Why don't I go vegan? Why don't I stop this? Why don't I wake up? You know. No, Thrifty, that's disgusting. I don't view animals as products. Like, what's wrong with you? When are you gonna wake up, Thrifty? When are you gonna get with the times? Like, we had slavery back in the day. I mean, maybe there's a little bit of that going on, but it sounds like you would have been a slave owner, bro. Because that's what we're doing to them. We're enslaving them. We're using their bodily autonomy. We're literally molesting their body parts. Molesting their body. They're literally jacking off cows, bulls. They're jacking them off. They're sticking a dildo in their anus. There's people manually masturbating these cows just to get the semen so they can also molest the mother cow. Sticking their fist in their anus, going up their vagina. Like, how mental is that? How sick do you have to be to think that you need some other animal's secretions in order to live or whatever? It's fucking disgusting, guys. Think about it. Think about it. There's, what, 100 million vegans probably? Here we go, guys. 100 million vegans in the world. And we're doing this to innocent sentient beings? It's time to wake up, man. Look at those poor cows in there. Absolutely horrific. Disgusting. So we're at St. Helens slaughterhouse in Toronto, Canada. Absolutely fucking reeks. And we're gonna show what takes place. People like Daniel and his friend Ethan, they think they're cows, right? They get off on the attention. They probably likely needed attention as a child and maybe didn't get it. So now they're bullies to innocent animals. They can't think outside themselves. I'm retired. Stay tuned. Stay tuned, actually. TV, why don't you stay tuned while we go show this truck that's slowly rolling away from us. This is it, guys. This truck is slowly rolling away from us so he can trick us into reversing. So this is what happens, right? So they try to hide. They don't want people to see what takes place because everybody knows it's wrong to hold innocent animals in a fucking death truck. Think about it. Wake up. Look, he's slowly rolling and now he's picking up the pace. Look at all the feces on this truck. Look at it. Look at those beautiful cows. So he's not gonna stop. He's gonna do a slow roll just to make these poor cows suffer even more. So Alcorn Bros is doing this on purpose to try to avoid us seeing what takes place. Drives on the wrong side of the road, puts other cars at risk. And for what? Because he doesn't want people to see this poor cow inside here. Look at how disgusting this is. All the feces everywhere. And now he's turning around. He's playing a game. Playing a game with public. And now he's gonna reverse. Putting even more people at risk. All for what, Daniel? How much do you hate her? What did she do to you? Ethan, what did she do to you? What did they ever do to you, huh? They did nothing to you. They're innocent animals. Look at how dehydrated she is. Possibly hasn't had water for hours and hours and hours. And for what? Because you think you're a cow? Think you're a cow? Want to steal their milk? This guy's even driving into a parking lot to hide from us because they don't want us showing what's happening here. How disgusting is this industry? Please get out there and do the same, guys. Project Livestream is right here. Show what's happening to these innocent animals. They don't deserve this. They need our help. Look at them. They need our help. Absolutely abhorrent what these guys are doing. This guy's just backing into stuff. Please, speak up for them. Help them. Look, all the feces on there. Scared shitless, quite literally. You can see the urine coming off the side, hiding. Hiding, right? They have to hide it. Just like people here don't want us showing what's happening in these places. They have to hide it. If there were strawberries on that truck, would they be hiding it? No, they wouldn't be, right? Where's the compassion? Where's the empathy? Daniel, did you not see them? Daniel, where's your heart? Where's your empathy? Look, now this truck sits out in the sun. Sits out in the sun so the cows can suffer even more, right? Because St. Helens has only slots for 2 trucks. And so they'll let cows sit out for hours and hours and hours and suffer. Meanwhile, if I were an inspector, I'd say, what are you doing? But even the inspectors don't care. It's pretty clear we're the inspectors. Have you ever even seen an inspector here? I've not. Because nobody gives a shit. The inspectors get their money. They get paid very well. And they show up once in a while. Look at. So they're out here in the sun. In the sun. In the hot sun. It's plus what, 30 out? So now the games are beginning as well. I'd imagine they're trying to move the truck in, hopefully, to get out of the fucking sun. Because not only are they making them suffer here, like he did all that just so he could go in, hide for 30 seconds, make the cows kind of fall around, right? Do you think that's okay, Daniel? You think that's okay that they went into this parking lot just so we couldn't show them on camera? Why do you think that's okay? Do you think the cows should have had to suffer that? Have to wait there and then drive right around and fall around the truck? Do you think that's normal? Stop them what? How can I stop them? The laws are on their side. Daniel, you think that's okay that they sit there in the sun and suffocate like that? Do you know what it's like being inside one of those trucks? Where's your humanity, bro? Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. That you would be actually okay with that. You're okay with cows being tortured. And this is just one incident, one truck. You guys have no idea what happens behind closed doors. I've seen it. I've seen the investigations. I've seen exactly what they go through. And you would not believe it. You would not, it would haunt you for the rest of your life. I don't even share half the stories that I've seen. It's funny you say that, Daniel. I've been arrested. What am I better off doing? Being in jail right now or showing what's going on? You tell me, Daniel. It's called practicality, moron. What an idiot. Yeah, I'm gonna go stop the truck, get arrested, be thrown in jail. What good's that gonna do? You tell me. And this is your inherent speciesism, because if it was your family, you'd be out here too, right? But because they're cows and you think you're a cow, you're not out here. Look at this guy. Look at him. Hey, do you think it's okay that they suffocate in the heat? How hot is it out here, man? You think that's okay? What's wrong with you? Huh? This guy's letting them suffocate in the heat. What's wrong with you, dude? You think that's okay? Letting them suffocate in the heat? It's okay, buddy. You're famous. And so now, I'll tell you what, he won't be able to get inside the slaughterhouse now and have to do a bunch of maneuvering because he has to come in the other way. Who knows, maybe he'll be able to get in. Sorry for the yelling, guys, but fuck. Even as a former inspector, I would have been yelling at him. I'm Canadian. Jose. Canadian A. This is in Canada. This is Toronto. This is called St. Helens. Emphasis on the hell. St. Helens Slaughterhouse. They actually shoot mothers in the face here. Can you imagine that? These mothers in this truck here, they're shooting them in the skull because people think that they're baby cows. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that people actually think that they're baby cows and they have their babies stolen, they sexually abuse them, and it's disgusting. Look at all the feces on this truck. This guy obviously doesn't give one flying iota about these animals. Look at all the feces. Look at that. All this shit all over this truck. This guy has no idea what he's doing with driving. He came in the wrong way just so we wouldn't expose it. Look at all the feces. That's fear, people. That's fear. That's what's happening. They're literally scared shitless. These poor, magnificent animals. And for what? For what? So people can pretend they're cows, pretend they're calves. This guy is maneuvering. This poor cow's suffering. Disgusting. Playing his games at the expense of their lives. Playing games, eh, bro? Playing games. It's bad enough you're taking their lives, buddy. Disgusting. There's mother cows getting shot in the face there, so just so you know. So we're getting blamed for people having to maneuver around the slaughterhouse truck. Can you imagine that? Okay, guys, well, I think I'm about to call it quits. Kind of already losing my mind here a bit. The smell, seeing that happen, those poor innocent animals, they don't deserve that. Who deserves that? Nobody. And Daniel there is saying it's okay to have cows suffering in the heat. I'd imagine Daniel probably would be okay with a dog suffering inside a car and dying to death. That's where Daniel stands, I'd imagine, right? Daniel, you want to prove me wrong? Let's do a live stream together. Reach out to me, DM me. Let's hear your side of the story. We'll have a conversation, right? AC? What do you like? See, this is how bad people are, how cognitively biased they are, right? They're trying to double down and justify what we just saw there. Those poor innocent mother cows just about to be executed had to struggle in the heat. You could see the saliva that they were struggling because they hadn't been given water for who knows how long. And they're sitting, he's baking them out in the sun just so he can avoid people filming them. What does that say about the industry, guys? What does that say about what's happening? So guys, I'm gonna go off in a few minutes here. If you have any quick questions, let me know. If you could please share the stream, if you could please like, if you could please subscribe, share with all your friends, tell people the truth, get out there. This is part of Project Livestream. We are trying to get cameras on all slaughterhouses, every single one of them, show the public what's happening. Maybe then the public can come up with their own ideas on what should take place. Truck drivers are triggered. People are triggered all around this place. If it was a strawberry truck, nobody would care, right? So why do you care so much that we're here? There's people triggered. St. Helens Slaughterhouse. You can look on the Save movement. You'll see a lot of footage on these poor cows, the lives that have been taken because people want to use the bodily autonomy of a cow. And you can kind of get where that's going, right? I hope you change, Daniel. Watch Dominion the movie on YouTube. Why should I get a job? I'm retired, JC. I think we went through this. Yeah, absolutely. Matthew, thank you for being out there. Please go subscribe to Matthew's channel. Thanks for all the animal rights activists for being out there, putting up with this nonsense. It's disgusting. Thank you, Vegan Stoner Lady. You're the best. You're always out there. Please go subscribe to Vegan Stoner Lady. She's on TikTok, YouTube, all the things. Go support her. Hit the notification bell, like, all that kind of stuff. And I really, really appreciate you guys being here. And get out, get active. We need more people stopping this from happening. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Get active. We'll see you soon.